Hi, thank you for joining me for this review of this Helicute H818HW quadcopter supplied courtesy of Gearbest. Now this has Wi-Fi FPV and a 720p HD camera. So quite a different shape compared to a lot of quadcopters. This actually reminds me more of a Rodeo 150. So if we look at the shape of the Rodeo 150 from the side, like that. Look at the shape from the front, and look at the shape at the back. Maybe the Rodeo inspired this. It does look nice. One of the first things that strike me are the propellers. I actually thought maybe they were bent, but they're not. But if you look closely, it has a bit of a dip in it. It's almost like a very shallow V. So this is interesting. I haven't seen propellers with this. Most of them have a fairly straight edge. It's quite rigid, but still a little bit flexible, so it should be quite durable, because even with the battery in, it feels very light, so it won't have a high impact. Obviously will depend how it impacts anything, if it does. Okay. The propellers, to remove them, you just undo one screw where you take this little cap off, and you can take them off. These have brushed motors, but if you spin them, it's very smooth. I actually thought it had bearings, so I did remove a propeller to check, but no, it has got bushes and not bearings. This blue on the top looks quite nice, sort of clear, so some lighting should probably come through from there. The motors are half exposed, so it should be okay for cooling. If we look underneath, we've got two seemingly bright red LEDs in the front and green LEDs at the back. The gears are a bit exposed, so if this lands in grass or gets sticks in, it could interfere with the gears. It would have been better if this was better protected. The little landing feet or skids, there's only 3 of them. One on each of the 2 front arms, and this one central on the chassis at the back. And yeah, I suppose it saves a bit of weight, but it is quite stable, and should be quite strong, feels strong. And over here we've got our power button, so this is where we turn the quad on. And the camera in front here isn't adjustable. Then if we click this little latch here and open up, we have our battery inside. Now this comes with a 3.7 volt 1000 mAh battery, which should be good for a flying time of around 13 minutes. So quite a nice capacity battery, and not too big, and fairly flat. And it comes with the JST connection. So I have checked the capacity. It came in at 84% capacity, and I've charged it up to full capacity already. Okay. And it fits in here quite comfortably. You know? Okay. So let's connect it up. Then if you look very closely over here, it doesn't really make any mention of it, not clearly at any rate. There is an SD card slot to slot an SD card in. So you can take it. You need to supply your own SD card. This doesn't come with an SD card, but if you put it in here with the contacts facing upwards, let me try and show you more clearly. And push it in, an SD card slots in over there. And to close this, you just need to tuck the wires down and press it closed to secure the battery bay. So let's just turn it on quickly. Okay, yes, we can see the LED lights are quite bright, so it should be quite good to see during the day and also at night. Turn that off for now. The instruction manual is a glossy paper, quite a good quality. Comes with all the details that you need, quite well illustrated, good English. Tells you how to do the calibration. They call it an auto trim function. This also has a one key return and headless function, and can do 360-degree flips. And then on the back here, it gives you the QR codes to download the app for Wi-Fi connection. Now there's two here. One is for a 0.3 pixel camera, and one for, it says, a 1 megapixel camera 720p, which is this one. So you need to download the Wi-Fi app called Helicute 720 FPV from either the Apple Store or the Google Play Store, or you can scan the QR code here to download the app. Then it also comes with 4 prop guards, and these prop guards are quite nice. They have the two pillars on them, which just, then there's holes on each arm. You press down and there's a little clip in place here, and to take them off you really just need to push and pull up. So the prop guards, you can put them on quite quickly and take them off quite quickly too. You also get a bag of goodies with 4 spare propellers, which is always good. Then it comes with a USB charging cable, so you plug the JST connection in, plug this into a computer or a USB power source to charge up the battery. And we also get a Star Phillips screwdriver. And if we have a look at the radio control transmitter TX, it's actually got a nice feel to it. It's not smooth, it's got rough surfaces, so you know it does feel as though you've got a good grip on it. The levers feel good and comfortable. The throttle lever is spring loaded because this has altitude hold as well, and this one's spring loaded to do your flips and rolls. Then we have a mount or bracket here that you can use to put in a mobile phone to fly FPV, and it slots in quite comfortably and holds it quite securely and sits quite nice and flush. You need to supply your own 4 AAA batteries. You need to remove a screw, pull this down, put in 4 AAA batteries, close it, and I would suggest you put the screw back in to keep it secure and in place. Then if we have a look here, there's a button on the top left, okay, and this button is to unlock the motors with a single press. And also if you're in flight and you give it a short single press, it'll induce a slow landing. But if you give it a long press for 3 seconds, it is an emergency stop. So I'm not particularly comfortable having an emergency stop button shared with other functions, because if you accidentally depress this too long, the quad will stop and drop wherever it is. Then this button over here on the right at the top is to take pictures and videos. So a short press will take a picture and a long press will start video. The main power button is underneath here, so if we switch it on, this blue light indicates the power is on. Now this red light is for pictures and videos, so if you give it a press, this will flick to take a picture, and then if you give it a long press to take video, this red light will stay constant and indicate that it is taking video. These are trim buttons here. And this button here on the top is for headless mode, and if you press it on the bottom is for one key return. And to calibrate, we put it into top speed, 3 beeps, and that's the top speed. We pull both levers down and to the bottom left, the lights on the quad will flash, and when they stop flashing, that is calibration complete. Then to adjust speeds, this has 3 speeds. You press down on the throttle lever. 2 beeps is medium speed, 3 beeps high speed, and 1 beep low speed. And to do 360 flips and rolls, you press down on the rudder lever and you can flip or roll. It's a nice TX. So let's turn the quad on to broadcast a Wi-Fi signal, and I'll show you on the tablet. Once you've installed the app, you need to connect to your wireless network. So whether you're on a tablet or mobile phone, click on Wi-Fi, and here we see Helicute 720p and some letters, so we'll connect to that. It's busy trying to connect. That's it now connected. We go back to the app and press play, and we have instant connection to Wi-Fi. So a little bit of a lag. Then with the app, the button over here takes a still picture. This you can use to start video. It shows you it's recording, and you can stop video there too. This button here just gives you your media selection, where you can look at the content that you've taken. 3 speeds, 30%, 60%, 90% over there. This button over here assists with the gyro balancing calibration. This one over here, I'm not sure. Then if you want to use the app rather than the radio control transmitter, you can actually fly it using this as well, and you can turn that off there. So let's turn the radio control transmitter back on. To bind, we need to press the throttle lever up and back down. It beeps, and that's it bound. Then let's just unlock the motors. Okay, that's the motors going. Let's just stop them for now. Now it doesn't say what the range is on this. It should be at least 80 meters, I would presume, and hopefully greater than that. But if it does go out of range, let's see what the fail-safe is. So let's start up the motors again. Turn the TX off. 1001, 1002, 1003. So in 3 seconds it'll power down and drop wherever it is. And can we rebind with it if we get back within range? Yes, we can. So you can always rebind with it and listen for any sounds or any movement if you can't see it. So I'll do a little indoor flight, just to see what it's like indoors. Then we'll do an outdoor flight and time trial, and also see how it looks in the dark. Okay, all ready to take off, so let's just start the motors. Okay, there we go, holding quite steadily. Quite stable. Bit of a wash. Feel quite a draft from these propellers indoors in this confined space. But yeah, the lights look good. Holding nicely, quite stable. Okay. To induce a slow land, take it forward a bit more. Yes, all seems fine. So I'm expecting a rather long flight, so I'll post the flight and a night flight in a separate video, part 2.